Hi, everybody. I'm Greg, bioinformator on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield. B101, another zero. Um, and you can find me on Twitch, hyping a bunch of streamers that I like, and you know, players and content creators that I play Commander with. And I do these box breaks here on YouTube. And Dominaria Remastered is out, and this is going to be my second collector booster box. My last box was pretty amazing. Um, I've had two draft boxes, and I think the first one was okay. The second one was kind of a dud. Didn't um, yeah, didn't meet the expected value, I think. But here we are. Second box. We'll see if lightning can strike twice, and check it out. Hope for the best. I got the chase card in the set in the last collector box of the retro foil Force of Will. And I also got a borderless Force of Will in the same box. So that's probably not going to happen again. But we will see. If we can still get a good box out of this. I know in some of the more recent sets, the at least from my perspective, the collector boxes have been kind of lackluster, and that they frequently weren't really worth it for what I was getting. But I love cracking packs, and I haven't quit yet. So we'll see what we can do here. Okay. And these are from the reveal from the bottom variety to keep the suspense. So Cloud of Fairies, common, Momentary Blink, Krosan Restorer, White Mane Lion, Vigilant Sentry, Nature's Lore, uncommon, Ovinomancer, and here we get the pretty retro foil lands. Mountain. Okay, Squirrel Nest is our first retro. Renewed Faith. Street Wraith. And that is foil. Just a common. Forgotten Ancient in foil. Divine Sacrament. White creatures get +1/+1. Threshold. When white creatures get an additional +1/+1 as long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. I actually haven't heard of that one before. Hunting Grounds and Borderless. So this, as long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, Hunting Grounds has whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. That card intrigues me a bit. Might fit in a Selesnya deck. Okay. Maze of Ith in the retro foil. Maze of Ith can come in handy. And we have a sapperling and a zombie token. Okay. Giant spider. Goblin turncoat. Nightscape familiar. Renewed faith. Sukara lancer. Crop rotation. Terravore. And there's Swamp foil. Frantic Search. Chainer's Edict in borderless. Empty the Warrens in foil. So the retro foil. Oversold Cemetery in foil. Oops. Ooh, Gauntlet of Power in retro. That's decent. A mythic. Windborne Muse in borderless. And Denizen of the Deep as a borderless foil. Construct and a golem. Goblin. Emerald Charm. Elvish Aberration. Juggernaut. Pacifism. Veiled Serpent. We have Daragaz's Caldera. Uncommon. Spiritmonger. And a swap again. Sawtooth Loon. Juggernaut. Squirrel Nest. Retro foil. Siege Gang Commander. Helm of Awakening in retro. So that one is a decent hit. Test of Endurance. Borderless. And Lieutenant Kirtar in retro foil. And a cat. And a goblin. Battlefield Scrounger. Tidy up a bit. Close enough. Evil Eye of Ormsby Gore. Remote Isle. Spirit Link. Terror. Invigorating Boon. Thran Golem. And an island. The most powerful card in Magic. Necro Savant. In retro. Fa'adia Seer. In retro. Savannah Lions in retro foil. And Tuco Shade. Sarah Avatar. Retro. Entomb. Borderless. And Opposition in retro foil. Tap an untapped creature you control. Tap artifact, creature, or land. Cat. Elephant. Avarax. Open Eyes. Macetail Hirstedon. Solar Blast. Wild Growth. Damping Sphere. Foil. Even Fate Shaper. Also in foil. And there be a planes. Chain Lightning. Retro. Counterspell, another retro. Ooh. Counterspell in the retro foil. Ursa's Blueprints. I think those are kind of a joke. Absorb. Ooh, Wrath of God in Borderless. Oversold Cemetery in Borderless foil. So I have a couple of the borderless already, but this is, I think, the first borderless foil I have of it. Marit Lage, Lage. I don't know the pronunciation. Goblin. Adiasir. Goblin Matron. Sandstorm. Lull. Smoldering Crater. Dromar's Cavern. Zombie Infestation. And a mountain this time for the land. Momentary Blink. High Tide. Retro. Flame Tongue Kavu in borderless foil. Joel Royale. Wanvuli Recluse. Foil. Woodland Cemetery. Retro. Absorb in borderless. World's Gorger Dragon. This is in the foil, the retro foil. Cat and Goblin. Rest. Howl from Beyond. Remote Isle. Savannah Lions. Werebear. Fact or Fiction. Thieving Magpies. And an island. Renewed Faith. Rada Heir to Keld. Retro. Impulse in retro foil. As I've been saying in the other videos, I just find this one pretty. It's just a common, but yeah, just the regular card art is pretty, and then you put it in this frame, and that's, you know, icing on top. Rith the Awakener. It's rare. Overmaster. Retro. Windborn Muse again in a borderless. And a Mind Slicer in retro foil. There's Marit again, and an elephant. Okay. Counterspell. Evil Eye of Orms by Gore. Juggernaut. Remedy. Smoldering Crater. Faceless Butcher. Turnabout. Swampy. Chain Lightning. High Tide in Borderless. Oh. That is an uncommon. Okay. Now, Wild Growth in retro foil. It's only a common. And then here's the foil version of Windborn Muse. Force of Will, retro. So that's good. Or great. And a Sylvan Library borderless in the same pack. And Savine's Reclamation in retro foil. And a bird. And an insect. So, well, I will wait to look things up. Hermetic Study. Battlefield Scrounger. Macetail Kirstodon. Kieldorn Gargoyle. Sun Clasp. Dragon Blood. Sarah Angel. Uncommon. Plains. Juggernaut. Mishra's Factory. Quicksilver Dagger, the retro foil. Maze of Ith in foil. Pyre Zombie. Jester's Cap, borderless. Saproling Symbiosis in retro foil. You may cast Saproling Symbiosis as though it had flash. You pay 2 or more to cast it. Create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token for each creature you control. Construct and Elephant. Cackling Fiend. Drifting Meadow. Lull. Ornithopter. Well, Symbiotic Beast. Pain and Suffering. Confiscate. Swamp. Deadwood Treefolk. Counterspell. Retro. Mogwar Marshal. Retro foil. Grim Lavamancer in foil. Cryptic Gateway. Decimate. And borderless. Ooh. Vampiric Tutor. And borderless foil. Cat. And a goblin. Goblin Matron. Open Eyes. Seaton's Desire. Skirk Prospector. Vigilant Sentry. Life and Death. Tachiova. Benthic Druid. And foil. A Forest. Ayasir. And Showcase. In retro. Duress. Open Eyes in retro foil. Dark Depths in foil. Arcanus the Omnipotent in retro. Lotus Bloom in borderless. And Grim Lavamancer in retro foil. A cat. An elephant. Sorry. Okay. We're down to the last pack here. I was flagging a little there. Had a busy day. Running low on sleep. Hyalopterus Lemure. Cleric of the Forward Order. Sandstorm. Mindstone. Street Wraith. Dragon Whelp. Oops. Uncommon. Voice of All. A mountain. Momentary Blink. Quicksilver Dagger. Thran Golem in retro foil. Force of Will in foil. Holy moly. Solkanar the Swamp King. Retro. Siege Gang Commander. Borderless. And Maze of Ith in borderless foil. Okay. Elemental and a Goblin. So. I think this is still a pretty good box. I was not expecting to get another good box. I thought my luck had been spent with the first one, but this is like a slightly downgraded version of that. A Force of Will and foil. And there's some of these which, you know, I don't know if they're much or not. Fifth. Don't know about Savines, but there's the other Force of Will. I mean, is Mind Slicer worth anything with that? The World Gorger in the foil, the Woodland Cemetery, maybe. I mean, is High Tide worth anything? I don't know. Don't know about Opposition either. Helm of Awakening. Gauntlet of Power. Another Maze of Ith. I mean, those are at least the obvious ones that stick out in the retro. We got a Maze of Ith. I mean, is that Lotus Bloom worth anything? The Vampiric should be. Don't know about Decimate or the Jesters, but Sylvan Library. I don't know about the Muses or not. That should be at least worth a little. I don't know if the Wrath of God is probably still on the cheap side. Don't know about Test of Endurance. Oversold Cemetery. Interested in the Hunting Grounds. Yeah, so lots of good stuff in here. Yeah, so Maze of Ith Retro. We got Gauntlet of Power in retro. That Maze of Ith is a foil, right? Yep, foil. Helm of Awakening. Cemetery. World Gorger, but a Force of Will. And a Force of Will. I mean, I ran the gamut on the different flavors of Maze of Ith. But really, I think looking at those three right there, just with the Force of Wills and the Tutors, there's a heck of a lot of value sitting there, I think. So I will pause to look up some stuff. Now that Hunting Grounds and Borderless is only $3.97, so it's not as big of a deal. It just sounds like a cool card for me. Force of Will. Okay, so the Force of Will retro is 124. And the Force of Will foil is like 82, 81.99. So that's like, $200 worth of value there at least. Vampiric Tutor borderless foil is 53. So 53 for the Vampiric Tutor. And the Sylvan Library in borderless is 32. $80. The World Gorger Dragon in the retro foil is 21. So that's like 300 right there. And there's all this other good stuff. So yeah, I think this did well. I can't complain about this. And I really should be checking what I paid box price on these, but I think you know, 300 solid there. Plus, let's just look at the maze. So the maze of Iths. Borderless foil on Maze of Ith. It's $22. And the retro frame foil was 21. So that's another $40 there just in Maze of Ith. And then the regular foil, that's $541. So those are good. And yes, I'm not going to bother with the rest. I mean, but that gets the point across. I think this probably paid for itself. Theoretically, you know, you actually have to sell something, but it makes you feel better that you actually got the value out of it. So yeah, that was a pretty good box. I will analyze it in more detail offline, but thank you for watching this break. I hope you enjoyed it. Seeing the hot cards that were coming out of this. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So I hope I can keep up the streak as I open more boxes. I mean, eventually, I have on the draft level, I have kind of bombed out on one box where there was like a borderless Vampire Tutor in it, but not a whole lot of other great stuff. So I think that one was pretty safely not a good box. The first draft box was at least okay. I mean, you know, it wasn't spectacular, but it did have some cool stuff in it. Like it had 2 Enlightened Tutors in it, one of them a foil, and I don't know if I got the retro one out of that or not, but in any case, collectors have been good. Draft so far. But I do have more to open, so we'll see what happens with those. Thank you for watching. You will find me with more YouTube videos for box breaks. And you'll find me as Bioinformatter on Twitch. I mean on Twitter. And you'll see me making posts about all my friends that are Magic video game player, RPG player, cosplay, and artists. There's like a whole gamut of people that I kind of follow and try and promote them. So, see you next time. Thanks.